Hello everyone and welcome to the second episode of CLC TV for 2019. This newscast runs every week on Thursdays at 12:30 p.m. on Facebook. So please like us and set a reminder to watch. Also, share this link with your family and friends. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's been really cold outside. Minnesota went through a historic cold spell with a polar vortex coming across the state. With the temperatures below zero and wind chills hovering around 50 below, the parking lots and hallways of CLC were really quiet last week. CLC, along with 500 other schools and colleges in Minnesota, closed campuses on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. There were many students' life activities that were scheduled for that week that were either canceled or postponed.
We did cancel for 3 days, and how that affects students is we'll still end the semester on the same date, but we have reached out to the faculty and just ask them to review their curriculum because we want to make sure that all of our students are able to meet their learning outcomes. So we won't be having extra classes at this point.
Okay. Central Lakes College staff has a community building committee meant to encourage employees to interact with each other and surrounding community. Ethan Sullins caught up with them on Tuesday night. Hidden in downtown Brainerd is a secret gem, the Sharing Bread Soup Kitchen. This unassuming building is home to one of the most amazing projects to provide free food. Now, this is not a food shelf. They don't store the food. However, they cook and prepare dinner for locals 6 days a week, with an amazing lunch on Sundays. So we decided to go check it out for ourselves and see what was going on, and catch up with Kari Frisch to find out what this is all about.
So we are here as part of Central Lakes College community building team, and we're going to be serving dinner at our local soup kitchen, which happens to be in the Brainerd area. It's called Sharing Bread Soup Kitchen, and the soup kitchen has been around for a very long time, and they serve meals every single day. So Monday through Saturday they serve meals in the evening, and on Sunday they serve a lunch meal. So they rely on community organizations, individuals, different groups that will come in and volunteer to plan, prep, and serve the meals. So it's been something that I've been wanting to do for a while, is to get CLC back over here to serve a meal. And it finally worked out that we were able to do it, and I'm really happy that we've got staff, faculty, and administration here tonight to serve a meal.
Soup Kitchen is staffed entirely by volunteers. This time it was staffed by CLC instructors and staff, such as President Hera Shalier and instructor Scott Foster. They can serve 30 to 70 people a night. All the food served has been donated by the communities of Brainerd and Baxter, then prepared with skill by these wonderful volunteers. So if you want to drop off food, volunteer to help, or just need a meal, stop by the Sharing Bread Soup Kitchen at 923 Oak Street South in Brainerd, Minnesota. Let's take it to sports now. CLC women's basketball team is currently on a 7-game win streak, and the men are 17-5. Here's Kelsey Spear with more.
Both the men and women's team kicked butt last Saturday against the Lake Superior IceHawks. The men's game ended with the Raiders winning 102-80. The women's team won 62-50. One of the stars, Chris Buckley, had an astonishing 25 points and was 6 for 10 on three-pointers. The second star of the game was Tyrion Johnson, who made 22 points with 11 for 15 three-pointers. For the women's team, Maggie Fellerman and Naomi Lane both played an impressive game. Fellerman led the team with 13 points. She was 6 for 7 in free throws. Lane scored 11 points and was 5 for 7 in free throws. Our next home game will be Saturday, February 9th at the Central Lakes College Gym. The Raiders take on the Vermilion Ironmen. The ball drops for the women's game at 5:30 p.m., and the men's will drop at 7:30 p.m. Hey, all you alumni! Don't forget the game night that will be held at Central Lakes College on Wednesday, February 13th, 2019. The women's game will start at 5:30 p.m., and the men's will start at 7:30 p.m. Be there or be square. Stay tuned for more updates or check out Central Lakes College website for the latest up-to-date records. This is Kelsey Spear, signing off.
Thank you, Kelsey, for that update. For those of you who don't know, CLC Student Life has a place where you can get free food and hang out. Here's Eric Hepner to explain.
It's actually the CLC Food Pantry. We renamed it a couple years ago.
Our food shelf started under the direction of Student Senate over about 10 years ago. So we have one on this campus that was started by Student Senate. We have one over at the Staples campus that many, many years ago was started by Student Senate. So we've had some struggles with it in recent years. It's been kind of an accessibility issue, and it's also been an issue of trying to keep it stocked as well. So about 3 years ago, we moved it here into the Student Life Center to try to give it a little bit more of an ease of access to students, to make sure that they were getting to it, and it was in a positive environment. So there's a stigma about using a food shelf or a food pantry that that's just something that people without means would use, and sometimes they get looked down on or feel like they might get looked down on. So having it in here, and it's kind of a fun environment, everybody's using it, is kind of helped. I instruct my student workers who oversee the Student Life Center and also the food pantry. The first thing they should do is anytime that they see a new student is to make sure they show them around and show them the food pantry, and just let them know that come in here and take what you need for the day. If you need something for the weekend, come and get that too.
This semester, CLC Videography is unveiling a new broadcasting facility for all our newscast and studio-style videos. In fact, we're broadcasting from this studio right now. Our main classroom in the West Wing has been converted into a studio and multimedia control room that allows us to do live productions. It's taken over a year to transform it into a working studio, but starting today, room W127 is the home to CLC TV. Thank you to our administration for funding the project, and a special thanks to our technology department for purchasing the much-needed equipment for the transformation.
We recently built a studio and a multimedia control room that allows us to do live productions and different videos of that sort. So it would be similar to like a public access newscast, for example, Lakeland Public Television. Basically try to create that sort of environment here, like how to produce a news story, how to set up a studio and stuff like that. So this room that we're in right now, it is a classroom and a studio. It has two backdrops behind us that we can set up for like a green screen or a different colored background. And we also have another background that's for like a black set. And then next door we have our broadcast control room that allows us to run the show from in there. Like we have an all-in-one production switcher. We have a big TV that we can see all the stories on there.
That'll do it for this episode. Be sure to tune in next week for another episode of CLC TV. For Mark Ambrose, Brent Balmer, and all the students involved in this production, I am Ben Carlson. Thank you for watching.